Long ago, the humans of Earth were visited by an aggressive, warlike civilization known as the Kree of Hala. Many of humanity's tribal ancestors named these beings Blue Angels in the stories they passed down through the generations. Although Earth was too primitive to be of much consideration to advanced galactic powers, this particular Kree faction found value in using humans for their scientific experiments, in the hopes of developing a powerful biological weapon they might use against their enemies. Their efforts to manipulate human DNA resulted in the creation of a subrace with unique abilities, who came to be known as Inhumans. These genes would remain dormant inside host bodies until exposed to Terrigen mist, which emanated from Terrigen crystals, also created by the Kree and stored inside devices known as diviners. The Kree then captured a Mayan hunter-gatherer and transformed him into the Inhuman Alveus, also known as the Hive, a powerful creature able to manipulate the minds of other Inhumans and possess the bodies of dead humans. Originally, the aliens intended for Alveus to lead their Inhuman army, but their plans were scrapped when the Kree government learned of their illegal experiments and shut the project down. Alveus then betrayed his masters and led an Inhuman rebellion against them, ultimately banishing their creators from Earth. However, Alveus became so powerful that his own followers came to fear him, seeing a human-Inhuman alliance turn against their former leader, sending him through a device known as the Monolith, a teleporter created by the Kree, which exiled Alveus to the planet Maveth. Yet not all were prepared to abandon the man who freed Earth from the Kree, and so a cult formed with the intention of bringing Alveus back to rule the world. This secret society would go by many names and were represented by various symbols over the centuries, but were revealed to the world as Hydra, with a symbol modeled after the appearance of their exiled leader. Though their initial efforts did not succeed in returning Alveus to Earth, Hydra Cultists would pass down their beliefs through the generations, with the leadership of the organization meeting together every few years to hold a lottery, where one of them would be selected as a sacrifice to be sent through the monolith to serve their leader on the other side. Although many faithful Hydra worshippers were transported away, none had ever returned. In the early 20th century, an ambitious member of the ancient cult named Johann Schmidt joined the Nazi government of Adolf Hitler and rose to prominence, eventually taking over the Special Weapons Division and creating his own research program he named Hydra. The success and unrelenting grand ambition of Hydra's new leader caused the ancient secret society to pivot from their original purpose of returning the Hive to Earth towards a more authoritarian and militaristic organization, using global politics and advanced technologies to eliminate their enemies and conquer the world. Although this led to less emphasis on the worship of their deity, the more religious members of the Hydra leadership went along with the new direction in the hopes of presenting the Hive with a united and subjugated world to lead upon his eventual return. Johann Schmidt went on to experiment with a super soldier serum created by Abraham Erskine, but his impatience led to him ingesting the liquid before it was ready, giving him the desired superhuman strength and speed, but also disfiguring his face and turning his skin red. Abraham Erskine, who was being held against his will, was then rescued by the Allies and began working for them, later perfecting the serum and using it to turn Steve Rogers into Captain America. Red Skull, as he became known, continued with his ambitions for global domination, focusing his attention on finding an ancient artifact known as the Tesseract, locating it in Norway and attempting to weaponize the technology with the help of Hydra scientist Arnim Zola. But his work was disrupted and destroyed by Captain America and the Howling Commandos as they eliminated Hydra facilities across Europe. Arnim Zola would be arrested for his illegal medical experiments, while Red Skull would disappear during the final confrontation with Captain America aboard the Valkyrie when he attempted to hold the powerful Tesseract in his hand, which unknowingly activated a portal, transporting him across the galaxy. Realizing that the Valkyrie was on its way to launch a devastating attack against the United States, Captain America chose to sacrifice himself, crashing the plane off the coast of Greenland, and was presumed dead. Yet even with Red Skull and Hydra's main facilities gone, the ancient society continued to operate in the shadows, once again rising to prominence under Arnim Zola, former ally of Red Skull, who was freed from prison during Operation Paperclip, when former Nazi scientists were brought in to work for the American government. Under the Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement and Logistics Division, or S.H.I.E.L.D, Arnim Zola and other former Hydra operatives rebuilt the organization, staying true to the goals of Red Skull by seeking global domination through political and military manipulation, yet altering the mission slightly by remaining a secret organization within S.H.I.E.L.D, using their resources and government connections to slowly destabilize the world so they might rise to power in the chaos created. For years, Hydra thrived, covertly ordering assassinations, revolutions, and the fomentation of war throughout the world. They also continued to focus on the study of advanced and alien technologies, able to find Captain America's best friend, Bucky Barnes, who was believed to have perished during a mission in Europe years earlier, and treated his injuries while also brainwashing him so he might serve their cause as an expert assassin. They also then kept him cryogenically frozen when he was not on active duty, so he could be utilized many times throughout the decades without aging to any significant degree. Among the many crimes committed by the Winter Soldier was the assassination of American President John F. Kennedy, as well as the murder of Howard Stark and his wife. A special thanks to all those who contribute to Civilization X, like Sir Rice of the Dreadfort, Red Priest Nemo, the Flame of the Seas, Mistwalker, Transcender of Fates, Tall Maester Damien, the Drunk Librarian, and Red Priest Malleum, the Kindled. You all make these videos possible, and I am eternally grateful for your support. If you would like to help Civilization X and gain early access to videos, access to the Patreon-only series Heroes of Lore and Legend, and vote on future content to be produced, you can click on the Patreon link in the description box below and pledge any amount you'd like on a monthly basis. Or if you'd prefer to make a single donation, you can use the PayPal link also in the description below. And please be sure to like and subscribe and click on the links to see more.